Hello, I'm Dr. Leon Sutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves in. These yet remain strange days indeed. They really do. I'm talking this week about finding your prosperous place, because there is a place where you will prosper. 3 John, the 2nd verse, will be our jumping off point. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. God's highest will is for you to prosper, understanding that prosperity is not dollars and cents. It's not cash, Cadillacs, and condominiums. That prosperity is an attitude toward God, an attitude toward life, and an attitude toward yourself. And when you've got a right attitude toward God, a right attitude toward life, and a right attitude toward yourself, you will prosper in every dimension of life, spiritually, physically, emotionally, relationally, financially, in every dimension of life. And that's my heart's desire for you. I've said this for many, many years. I have been poor, and really I have been poor. I am prosperous. I'll take prosperity any old day. I want you to prosper. How do you prosper? How do you find your prosperous place? Let me share 7 things with you. I'll not get all in this week, but you can always go to Facebook, Aspire Church TV, because on Facebook at Aspire Church TV, you can always catch the entirety of the message as I share it on Sunday morning. And because our text is parallel, God wants you to prosper as your soul is prospering. Each point has a parallel point. The first is perception and promise. Prosperity is a perception. I had my first perception of prosperity when I was 4 years old. Think about that. I didn't understand anything about prosperity at 4 years old, but I did have an experience. We were living in a little travel trailer, 8 feet wide, 35 foot long, Kellogg's Trailer Park in Orange County, California. My father was in the Marines, El Toro Marine Base at that time. I was in the first bedroom that walked out into the kitchen. I woke up one morning, I walked out into the kitchen, excepting I did not, and I can see this to this very day, I did not walk into the kitchen. I walked into a place that is almost indescribable. It was opulent, it was rich, it was beyond rich. Now, a 4-year-old Okie, if I can say that because I'm from Oklahoma, my parents were definitely Okies. If a 4-year-old Okie can have a reference for prosperity, I don't think so. I didn't have a reference for prosperity, but I did have a prosperous experience, and I can still picture that, as I said, to this very day. It was my first, and I always carried that prosperity mentality with me from that point on. 8th grade, Upland, California, I was rich. How rich was I? I had 15 cents. This happened every week, regular clockwork. 15 cents would take me down to the library because I also had a library card. And on the way back from the library with my complement of books checked out, I would stop by the local thrifty drugstore and get a triple-decker ice cream cone with that 15 cents, cherry vanilla, pistachio nut, and black walnut ice cream cone. It was really, really, really good. And in that moment, I was as rich as anyone that ever lived, because I had an understanding even then that prosperity is not about dollars and cents. Prosperity is about having sufficiency in all things. That's the prosperous place I want you to find, that place of sufficiency in all things. Fast forward a couple of years, 40 acres trailer park. You say you're living in a trailer again? We lived in trailers a lot when I was growing up. 40 acres trailer park. I walked in the backwoods and I found a pecan tree. It was loaded down with pecans. I took back a grocery sack and I filled that grocery sack with pecans, and hot tea. I was as rich as anyone around. It was a prosperous place. God wants to bring you into a prosperous place. Now you may say, Doc, you don't understand. I need more than an ice cream cone of pecans to be a prosperous person. And I readily agree with that. But until you get a perception of prosperity, you're never going to experience prosperity in your life. So let me give you the promise. Jesus said, John 10:10, the thief cometh not, but to rob, to kill, and destroy. I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Would you say more abundantly? Jesus came to give you life, and that more abundantly, which means superior in quality, superabundant in quantity. That's what the word more abundantly means in the Greek. Superior in quality, superabundant in quantity. That's the life that God wants you to live, and that's the life you can live when you find your prosperous place. I'll share some more things with you on the prosperous place this week. I begin a new series of messages Sunday at Aspire Church. It's called An Appointed Time. There is an appointed time. It's not the appointed time that you hear so much about, that Jesus is suddenly going to appear and something supernatural is going to happen. No, something supernatural happens when you come to your appointed time. And this Sunday, I'll start the series. They'll show you how to get to your appointed time. Catch it live on the live stream at aspirechurch.tv. Catch it on Facebook, Aspire Church TV. That's Facebook, Aspire Church TV. Live stream, aspirechurch.tv. Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be powerful, and it'll help you to find your appointed time. I'll be back Wednesday and Friday with some more thoughts on finding your prosperous place. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, a.k.a. Doc. I'll see you then.